Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War. It's remastered today on Vermeer. The Giant Killer is back. It is Sacsri. It is Sn0w, a PvZ for you on a Wednesday. Top left, it's our guy Sacsri. Bottom right, it is Sn0w. Now look, you might look at this and go, man, Sn0w is so much better than Sacsri. Why are we casting this game? Because Sacsri is a Giant Killer. He doesn't perform very well in ASL, but he is capable of taking down players like Sn0w, players like Royal. I've seen him take down Soulkey before. And yeah, just because you're not successful a lot in ASL does not mean you don't have the capability to beat somebody who is successful in ASL. And Sacsri is, again, living proof of that. So, what are we going to do here, Sacsri, on Vermeer? Going to scout with an Overlord. That's certainly the case. That's right, Terry. We're heading down. We're not going to find any Protoss here, but that's okay. Now, what are we doing on the other side of it? Gateway probably out of Sn0w. He's a big fan of the gateway pressure in this matchup. He knows it's a Zerg player. He might not know it's Sacsri, but he's going to go for the gate. Unfortunately for him, it is a cross-spawn situation. But fortunately for him, it's a hatch first. So the hatch first is nice for the gate opening for the Protoss. Unfortunately, cross-spawn means the rush distance is a little bit too long to be awesome for the Protoss. So yeah, hatch first. Coming down at about 11 supply. Overlord scouting in. And Probe scouting the wrong way. Wow, it's a cross-spawn. So technically, any direction you scout is the right way. Just who cross-spawn scouts first? Nobody. Nobody does, I suppose. Anyway, hope you guys are having a fantastic time here in 2025 watching StarCraft. You are cool, man. You're cool if you're watching StarCraft in this year. Because, let's just say, did I think StarCraft would be around in 2025 back in 98 when I bought my first copy of the game? No. Absolutely not. Did not think that. Did not think the year 2025 was actually a real year. That's how long ago this was. So we're going for the pool. Excellent. Let's see. Any sign of a drone scout? Yeah, drone scouting. He's not going to get there in time. I mean, with the gate opening too, he probably doesn't want to go for a fast third. He's probably going to want to make a couple more Zerglings, which are, you know, that's money you could put in towards getting a fast third, but you can't because you need the lings. He's just entirely blind right now. The probe finally shows up. Sees an Overlord coming from this direction and says, well, that doesn't prove anything. And then there's the hatchery, and he says, ah, there it be, lads. There be the beautiful hatchery. As the third hatch does actually go down, he just blinds it. I mean, there we go. He pops in and sees it now, but that started before he scouted the Nexus. I mean, here's the thing. If this was a 2-gate, and there's not a Nexus back here, then Sacsri probably cancels the third and says, no, we're good. We're good. Let's 2-base this thing. Let's get us sunken up. Let's make some lings. Let's defend against the 2-gate. But the expansion says that he can get a third. And everything is just fine. Gas on the way from the Protoss. Did you know that I'm playing through the StarCraft campaign here on this channel on the live streams? Did you know I live stream? It's pretty fun. I'm out here playing the campaign. I'm not losing for the most part, except for that time that which you might have seen on shorts, where I stormed all of my own units as Tassadar. And because I was trying to hallucinate a single Dragoon in order to bait out the infested Terrans on that one mission in StarCraft 1, you may know what I'm talking about. And instead, I kind of just reflexively went to Storm instead of hallucinate, and all of my stuff died. It was, nobody saw it, so that's good, but, you know, it definitely happened. Anyway, check out the live streams. Come say hi. I'm streaming here, like, when do I start this thing? Like 4 p.m. Eastern? If you're an American viewer, you can just come right to youtube.falconpaladin and check it out. Metabolic boost on the way. First 100 gas going into the lair, which is also very common in this world. Citadel of Adun on the way from Sn0w. Gonna get that speed. Maybe we're gonna go for some of those DTs. Maybe a little DT Corsair action. Intriguingly enough, not a Stargate. I said DT Corsair and my brain was like, what does he need for a Corsair Falcon? And I was like, oh, right. Oh, my Fast Templar Archives. Is he going 2-base DT without Corsair? Is he going fast Psy Storm? Is he worried about getting Hydra busted? I mean, the weird thing is Sacsri doesn't know what he's doing either. Sacsri's not getting a Spire or a Hydra Den. Finally starts a Hydra Den. But dude, if he's going for a Hydra bust, Storm's going to be done well before any Hydras show up. That is a waste of resources. Mutas would have been a better choice, but the Zerg player doesn't know. Zerg player doesn't know this isn't a Stargate opening, except for the fact that there are no Corsairs flying around scouting him now or ever. It is a DT, so he's going to send a DT out. But I mean, there's not an Overlord at the third. That's a pretty good DT attack position if you're Sn0w. Not going to say no to that. Look at this, man. Really, really, really fast DT. So he's going to move out with 3 Zealots, a Dragoon, and a fast DT. Now look, the Zerglings are like, oh, Zealots already, I haven't seen a Corsair at all. He's bringing the Corsairs home like, or the Overlords home like there are Corsairs. He's worried. I mean, in fairness, I'd be worried too. I'm playing against Sn0w, like he's gonna show up with Corsairs, right? And no, he doesn't have to. This is crazy. What a crazy game. Already here from RJB. Evo Chamber, Macro Hatch, upgrades, working on a missile attack upgrade, working on Hydra speed. Remember when I was like, Storm will be done by the time anybody shows up here? No, it will not, because it hasn't started yet. This DT doesn't want to attack anything, but Sacsri could see it. Sacsri could see it. Man, could he see it if he sees the shimmer. Ah, DT got in the main. Holy what? Okay, 5 kills on that. Did he just walk in? I didn't think that would be possible. I didn't. Where is he? Here's our guy. Check this out. Check him out. We're not going to attack any of these lings just in case, you know, just in case we notice lings are missing later. Yeah, I was focused on the second DT moving out across the map. This is the first DT. So we've got Hydras, we've got Overlords. We just don't have them together in a position where they could stop the DT from wandering into the main base. Oh, he sees him now, but he tries to block the ramp, but he kills the Hydra. The drones don't want to block the ramp against a DT. He gets up inside the main. The Overlords don't have speed yet. Bro, the drones have to get pulled out of the main base. Dude. Remember when I was like, Sacsri is a giant killer? It's like, well, yes, he is, but also he's dumb like every other Zerg player who doesn't prepare for DTs in the least bit. DT's like, I don't know what to do anymore. I mean, killing an egg? Well, an Overlord popped out, and I'm dead. But hey, 5 drone kills, a ton of lost mining time. DT tries to get into the third base and make something happen. He's got 3 kills, but based on the blood splatter, it looks like it was just lings. Maybe 1 drone did die. Oh, maybe 2. Maybe 2. But dude, 46 to 28 workers. What's the follow-up? Gates. So many gates. So much Storm. So much Storm. And what are you going to be? I see you. You're going to build a Spire up there? Dude, like an 8-minute Spire to counter would be so cool. Yeah, so High Templar, Storm against Hydras and Lings. Sn0w's in a fine position. Why is this drone sitting up here, Sacsri? What is he going to do? What is this guy going to do? I don't know. He sent him up here, but he doesn't know what to do with him. Maybe he forgot that he's there. Singularity Charge, Zealot Leg Upgrade, Dark Archon. I guess feedback on Defilers. A Maelstrom Storm combo against a group of Hydras right here would be pretty sick. I think that'd be cool. Are you going to really? No, Sacsri, no. Sacsri, no. Sacsri, there are speed lots here. There is Storm here, Sacsri. Oh, I know you don't think there's a lot of Storm here, Sacsri, but there's a lot of Storm here, Sacsri. Another High Templar wanders up. He's got a Storm. He's got a Storm. He's got a Storm. He's got a Storm. You're just losing Hydras for nothing right now, Sacsri. And the speed lots are here too. Yeah, this is... No. Pretty good hold here by Sacsri. Does kill the Zealots. The Lings here to assist help a lot. Maelstrom's on the way. But no. No. Just go home. You're done. Just go home. You can't break that. There's too much storm back there. You know the drill. Getting a 4th base would be pretty nice. Maybe here, maybe here. Drone count up to 47. Losing those drones and that mining time didn't murder him forever. He is getting a Spire at 9 minutes. What a crazy person. I kind of like it. I kind of respect it, though. Let's see what that's all about. Okay, million Hydras show up. We've got a couple. We got 3 storms. Use a storm. Don't just get chased and killed. Man. Oh, a Maelstrom Storm combo on a group of Hydras. All of them die but one, who does somehow survive being Maelstromed, only to die to Dragoons a second later. Ah, yes, of course. Classic. Classic Hydralisk. Surviving a Maelstrom and then just dying miserably later. Lurkers being added up. More macro hatches here too. No sign of this guy going for a hive yet, but we're not to the point where Falcon is that afraid and worried quite to this point. Is he double expanding? Sn0w's double expanding. Sacsri, you have to do something. You have to kill these bases or take a 4th and a 5th, man. So Sn0w can't get away with just double expanding here on you. Overlord sees this. He doesn't have information on this. Might send some speed overlords down here to check and see. Sn0w's trying to get away with this. He is trying to get a hand in the cookie jar right now. Yeah, charging in. Not happy about that. Still no sign of a hive. He's finally just barely now taking a 4th base down the left side. Tacking up the middle here. I guess before this gets too started, quick plug for what are we going to plug today? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? What does Falcon have? I guess we'll plug Falcon Paladin Plays. You want to see Falcon play other games besides StarCraft? Maybe you don't. But if you do, Falcon's been playing a lot of Expedition 33 out on Falcon Paladin Plays. There's a link to it in the description. If 500 people subscribe out there, I can monetize the channel, and I can actually help to augment my income as someone who is currently unemployed, but is streaming for a living at the moment, and it's sort of working, but also sort of not. So yeah, check out Falcon Paladin Plays. We've got long plays out there from games like Final Fantasy VII, Halo 1, 2, and 3, right? What else do we have out on the Falcon Paladin Plays these days? Other games. Go check it out. You'll figure it out. Last of Us Part 2 is out there, too. Bam! Ooh, Chrono Trigger. Oh, man. Chrono Trigger's a really fun one. Certainly. Yeah, some retro stuff like Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger, some new stuff as well. It's just kind of a mix. Go subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Help me out, man. It doesn't cost you a single thing. All right. So, it's Hydras, it's Lurkers, it's a Hive. I don't think Sacsri's going to want to engage for a minute here, but dude, Sn0w got away with a double expand. He's on 4 bases, and Sacsri's on 4 bases. Okay, I am not on board with any of this right now. I don't like what I see. I don't like what I'm smelling here from Sacsri. Being on even base count at 12 minutes against Sn0w and as you're a Zerg player is kind of death. If you're a Terran player, you're probably winning. And if you're a Protoss player, you're kind of doing okay. Scourge checking for drops. Some shuttles that might sneak up this way. Would be fine. Would be fine. Yeah, gonna sunken these up as necessary in case an attack shows up. But Sn0w's being kind of strangely passive. I mean, you double expanded. You're not gonna have that much of an army to push out. And you're really worried about a counterattack. If you push out and lose your army, and then you're like, oh, I don't have enough to really defend these 2 bases. But by staying home, he's defending them accurately. And adequately, I guess, is the better word there. These, no, not against +2 Hydra. Zealots aren't going to do very well in those numbers anyway. So yeah, Vermeer. It's a 2023 replay sent by RJB. Adrenal's getting fired up. Not that the Hive is done. Good, man. Sacsri. Get those cracklings. Get them cracking. And then a Defiler Mound is probably the next thing to be built, right? Right. Defiler Mound. You know what those are, right? They kind of look like Defilers. Kind of like Ultralisk Caverns look like Ultralisks. Zerg players enjoy that particular aesthetic. Evolution Chamber. Oh, okay, okay. Sure, I guess we don't need defilers, just adrenalings. Okay. You know, Sacsri, I believe in you. You can do this. Ooh, taking the top right base here, too. 5th base there. Zealot blocking access to this one. I don't know if this can be adequately defended. Finally, Defiler Mound starts. There we go. But yeah, Sn0w's being kind of insanely passive right here in a way that I'm confused by. He probably, again, I think he could kill this. 3 lurkers at the top of the ramp with some Hydras. No Sunkens up there. No Plagues up there. No Dark Swarms. You Psystorm the top of this ramp. Everything dies. This base dies. You probably win. I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows about that top right base. And I think Sacsri is getting away with something now, too. Cracklings, you know, pretty good against Dragoons. But if they're being microed properly and there's only this many Cracklings, you shouldn't lose any of the Dragoons. Yeah, great micro. Great micro. Not exactly super tricky fancy, but doing that while everything else that's going on is what makes Sn0w Sn0w. That's a beautiful lurker setup on this high ground. Wow. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 lurkers. You're missing shots attacking up that high ground. The Psystorm doesn't miss, though. Mind you. Consumes on the way. Sn0w very cautiously busting up. He Maelstroms a single Zergling, and then Maelstroms a group of Hydras. And by a group, it was 3 Hydras. It's not like it was 27 or anything. Yeah, slowly working his way up this little high ground ledge and then down the other way. Consume is done. The first Dark Swarm pops up just as soon as I say Consume is done. The Lings are not inside the Consume, or inside the Dark Swarm. They're inside the Consume, though. I can tell you that much. Falling back. Sacsri, I mean, this is some of the hardest stuff for Protoss to break. Is going up high ground against Lurkers, Hydras, Cracklings with Dark Swarm covering it, which is, again, why this was not going to be that hard to deal with. The Nidus is going to make it really hard to deal with. I think Sn0w thinks he's further ahead in this game than he is. It's causing him some problems right now. Kidaren Amulet's on the way. Plague is finishing up. Ooh, these Defilers wiggle out. No, there you go. Nice targeting with those Dragoons, taking out both Defilers. Another Dark Swarm pops up. He's like, where my Plague is at? I need it. I need it now. Dark Archon's in the mix here, too. Not enough energy to do anything fancy. And by that, I mean do anything whatsoever. He doesn't have a basic attack. If he doesn't have the mana to do something, then he doesn't have anything to do anything. Really heavy Dragoon army here. I mean, I'd probably start slipping into Archons here, but he's 7 Dragoons at a time. Once the Dark Swarm pops out, usually we see Protoss players slip more into High Templar with the Psystorm and the Archon potential, because they just do so much better against the Dark Swarm and against the Plague. But no, not really what Sn0w's in here today, is it? There we go. Oh, feedback on the Defiler. Sick. He was ready to plague these units, and the hero Dark Archon was like, no. He has 4 kills. He has done feedback on 4 units and killed them today. That's got to be Defilers. There's nothing else. Great Storm, dude. 40 supply lead here from our guy Sn0w. He thinks, oh, we get a Plague. We get a Plague. He doesn't know about this. That's it. He doesn't know about this corner. He thinks he's on even base count against the Zerg, and he can just kind of win like this. You're not on even base count against the Zerg. Another Plague comes in. Is that the old one? Looks like a new one. And once again, 6 Dragoons at a time. Another Plague comes in on the aforementioned Dragoons. And Sn0w's like, well, I guess I could expand down here. The Overlord sees that? Nope, Overlord cannot see that. Metasynaptic Node is on the way. Dragoons plagued. This is the weirdest. Finally making some High Templar. But he still doesn't have any Archons at all. This is a nice engagement, though. No Dark Swarm. There it is. Then the Dark Swarm comes in and it becomes a terrible engagement, as per usual. And he falls back, and all the lurkers reposition. And he's like, all right. Now we wait for the Dark Swarm to wear off, and maybe we can get in there, and maybe we can feed back another Defiler. Yeah, 5 kills on this Dark Archon. He needs a name. He needs a name. Dylan. We're going to call him Dylan the Dark Archon. Wow. He is killing it today, literally. That's a great storm, too. It's a great storm. 9 kills, 7 kills. Finally decides to head up this way. Be like, maybe, are you up here? How do you have so much stuff? And Sacsri's like, uh-oh. Yes, by golly, I am actually up here. The Dragoons are blocking access for everybody else to get into this base because their big, chunky, blocky bodies do that all the time. These guys check this area. Nothing there at all. We need to storm up this ramp like yesterday. Where are the High Templar? They're back here, getting flank attacked by the Zerg Sacsri. The upgrades for the Protoss are at 2-2. The Lurkers are at a solid 3-2. Lings have Adrenal and 1 attack and 2 armor with +2 coming in. So this hatch dies, but then the Dragoons get cleaned up. Nice target firing there by Sn0w, taking a hatch down. He was going to do this, but something came down and killed that too. All right, so Sn0w's in trouble, man. He hasn't been able to get a 5th base. Sacsri's got one and a 6th base, which he killed, but it is coming back, and there's no sign of a new base coming in. Yes, Sn0w's trying to expand here somehow. He thinks he can expand here. Dude, what? I mean, no, the Zerg doesn't have vision on it, but he will eventually. Another Plague Defiler, not inside Dark Swarm, right here. Are you serious right now? Wow. Where is the Dark Archon? He probably died. Little drone transfer. You know. That +2 Carapace coming in to assist quite a bit. More Dragoons. This is the most Dragoons I've ever seen made in a PvZ where Dark Swarm exists. Yes, we see it against Hydra Lurker strats all the time when there is no Dark Swarm because Dragoons are still good. Okay, his base looks like it's going to die. The Obs are providing detection except for this Lurker up here. Psy Storm, the stuff that comes down the ramp. Kill it. Finally, there's an Archon. Coming up the backside. Sacsri trying to clear this sucker out. Boom. Lurkers burrow in. Archon's like, run! Run! Lings try to prevent the retreat here. Archon dies the Lurker spines more than anything else there. Cracklings chasing, and this is where Dragoons die. 152 to 139 supply. Zerg player is now up. Dragoons check to make sure we can successfully expand down here because we got to go somewhere because this Nexus is very dead. I don't know this. Like, why? Why is this? Why is this a position? Good golly. We've got a shield upgrade coming in because it's 20 minutes past in a Protoss game. You might as well get those shield upgrades. I mean, when you're getting plagued, shield upgrades are kind of nice, actually. So it makes a lot of sense. Dude, Sacsri crushing it. Sacsri was up. He's down about 20 supply now, maybe closer to 15. And Sn0w is finally getting into more DTs and Zealots and High Templar instead of Mass Dragoon. Because it's not working against these Cracklings and this Dark Swarm. It just simply isn't. So he's transitioning quite nicely here at 22 minutes. One heck of a PvZ for you today. I mean, look. +3 attack Dragoons, trade against fully upgraded Hydras fairly well. Better than you'd expect. Uh-oh. Crackling's heading down to the 6 o'clock base that Sn0w's trying to set up here, but Lings are so good. They're not that good, though. The chasing is a problem for Sn0w. The Dark Swarm positioning is a problem for Sn0w here, too. We've got a Storm Drop! Nice Storm Drop. Worker count 49 now, 57 for the Protoss. Heading on down south. Cracklings on top of Plague Dragoons. It's just not even fair. Sacsri might be able to push down. Bad rally, bad rally. The Zealots and the High Templar that were being produced earlier are walking through Lurkers. Not ideal. Trying to storm, getting sniped on the retreat because High Templar are slow. This Archon's got 9 kills from being 2 High Templar. Now he's got 10. And he's going to fight these Lings, no problem, because he's got +3 attack. Woo, 15 kills. This is, dude, this game has got some GOSU plays in it, man. That, oh no, you thought, no! No, 24, that's GG. That's a GG type maneuver, folks. When you thought you were clearing this Archon out and you don't, and you send your drones back because you thought they were safe and they weren't. That said, Sacsri is fighting and scratching and clawing his way to try to get down to the 6 o'clock base and kill it, because if he can do that, he can recover from the damage that he took in the top right-hand corner. The Archon gets the hatch. This is the most successful Archon, combined with the success of his High Templar friends, I've ever seen, maybe. He's killed an entire base. Wants to snipe that Defiler so bad. He gets away with 5 hit points. Yes, storm the Lurker eggs. Kill them all. That's what we're talking about. That's a great one by Sn0w. Dude, this hatch is dead. It's 35 drones remaining. These guys are plagued. They're fighting Lurkers anyway. This is so scraptastic right now. Sn0w's up 133 to 103 supply. 30 supply advantage. Crackling's running down. Psystorm trying to thin those numbers out if they can. Defiler gets popped. That was the one with 5 hit points, if I have to imagine. Ling's count was not actually maybe thinned out as much as I thought, but then the Dragoon's putting in work. The Zealot putting in work. 0 kills on that Zealot. I don't know how. He's kind of a veteran of some major battles here. Overlord comes down. Scouts there's a base here. Says, if we can kill that base, we can get this thing done. Retaking the top right base would be cool. Doesn't have the money for it yet. And now he does. Zerg coming down again. Scraptastic. Ooh, good snipe on that Obs there. These Archons are so mean. More Zealots being added in. More Archons all the time. What was I telling you? What was I telling you about this game? About the PvZ and the Zealots and the Archons and the High Templar, and that's what you want now, and that is largely what this composition is against the Dark Swarm. Ooh, yeah, good Psystorms on these Lurker eggs. So they explode. There's a lot of blood in a Lurker, man. When they die normally, a lot of blood. When they die in their eggs, a lot of blood, too. Zerg player maybe thinking about expanding down the bottom left. I'm not sure that's even possible. Sn0w leaving this kind of wide open. I feel like about 12 Lings would crush this. Not that Sacsri has that money, because he's down 150 to 80 supply, which means that Sn0w is doubling him up, which not what we want to see here. So, what do we got? More Lurkers, more Hydras, right? More Hydras against the Archons, Lurkers against the Zealots. Less Dark Swarm, just because the Archons and the Zealots do pretty well in there. Checking this base. No. This base is also a no. This base is getting taken by the Protoss. You think these Lings would like to know about it? This is Sn0w taking bases in positions where Sacsri should know about it. But maybe he doesn't find out about it in time. This is maybe the deepest that Sn0w's going to get onto the map here inside the Dark Swarm with the Psystorm support. Everybody dies. Trying to Lurker egg block access to this 9 o'clock base. Sacsri. Archon hits big on these eggs for sure. Zerg running out of steam, man. 150 to 80 supplies. Zealots all over the drones. Oh, Sacsri. Yeah, not looking good, man. Yeah, that early DT stuff really put him back. And then the one Archon, well, the 2 High Templar, 1 Archon combo that killed that top right base was also crippling. And Sn0w's expanding here as well. And this hatch is going to die. And yeah, the Lings against Zealot Archon. No. Super no. The Lurkers maybe. And they do. But they don't save the hatch. Hero Zealot saves it. 4 kills on that one. 3 kills on that one. They're going to die in here, but they're going to die with kills. 6 of them. 6 of them for a Zealot, especially this stage of the game, is an A++++ S tier style play. Yeah, 160 to 80 supply, still doubling the supply right now. Protoss, if you ever have to fight a Zerg, just, hope you're doubling the supply. And then you'll be happier. I promise. Guess who has the high ground now, says Sn0w. That's me, plagued up. Psystorming from the high ground. As Archon's getting dragged into its own death, does he know that he's going to die? He probably did there at the end, right? Base not getting replanted. Zealots, wow, they just walked up and sniped this base, huh? Ooh, they go after the Nidus, and like 3 Lings come out, but that's it. 3-2-3 Zealots, man. Cracklings are good. They're not quite that good. That's it, man. 180 to 183 supply. These Zealots are standing and fighting. Lurker really causing some problems, but not nearly as much as Sacsri hoped it would. Finally, more Lings coming and clear that thing out. Army coming up the left side. 170 from Sn0w. He's like, well, if your army is trying to defend up this way, then maybe coming up this direction, there's not as much anymore, and there's not. Yeah, that's a storming position if ever I saw one. Counter Plague. Sn0w falls back, but he's got enough bases. What a weird game this was. We had that Dark Archon with 5 feedback kills, maybe even 6 or 7. We kind of lost track of him. Maybe the coolest thing I've ever seen in a PvZ, where the High Templar come in, storm the drones, turns into an Archon, defends against the Lings that are coming to kill it, kills all the Lings, kills every drone that is sent back to this hatch that Sacsri thought was safe, and then kills the hatch. Flabbergasted, mind blown type stuff here. My goodness. Stormed, Zealoted. No Reavers in this game, but I don't think that Sn0w needs them. He's up 100 supply. I mean, Sacsri's holding on, but for how long is the question, right? Yeah, that's it. GG. He recognizes, yeah, I'm at like 70 supply, and that's a lot of Protoss. Sn0w comes out on top in one heck of a PvZ. 30 minutes and 42 seconds, and I guess I could turn off the sound as well. GG, Sn0w. He's expanding bottom left here, too. Overlord sees that and is like, oh, okay, well, I'm toast, I guess. I am toast with the most. So, yeah, what a crazy back and forth match. I still think Sn0w stuck around on Dragoons a little bit too long, but he's able to get into the actual accurate composition later eventually. So I'm not going to complain about it. But, yeah, fantastic game. That Dark Archon stuff was rad. The DT stuff. Oh, what is this guy doing? Did we just storm drop the main for some reason? Trying to go after these drones? Sure, I guess. Yeah, the DT in the main, the DT in the third, the Dark Archon snipes, the Archon plays up here. I mean, ridiculous. A ridiculously fantastic game. Incredible. Incredible display. Man. All right, so GG, Sn0w eventually gets into the Archons and the Zealots and the High Templar that he's needed the whole time, and it works out for him. Who knew? Yeah, Sacsri, good game. The Dark Swarms, the Plagues were good. The Cracklings were great. But he just couldn't make up for the fact that Sn0w double expanded and then expanded down this way and never killed a base, and Sn0w just kept making more Nexuses. Brutal. End of the day, 267,000 to 271,000 points in favor of Sacsri. He outproduced by a 3-to-1 ratio and got out-killed by a 7-to-2 ratio. Structures raised 9-to-6, and a total spent here in favor of the Zerg player by only about 4,300 resources, and he gets the win. So that's a GG. That was a great PvZ with some really GOSU elements to it. Thanks again for the replay, Mr. RJB. Appreciate you all the time. And that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.